Say that Donald is the craziest thing I've heard.
Donald Trump.
Have you ever?
Friend.
Have you?
When he reposted the Obamas as monkeys.
Now he did not. He already said. He already said. That
I teach in the public school
Let me
system.
finish what I'm
You
saying.
are uneducated.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
I'm trying to get my story out, and if I can finish my story.
This is not story time, man. The point is, police
The
do more
point.
good.
The point.
I say you're getting roasted right now, but you're being very polite about it, and I appreciate that.
Oh, thank you for your conceding to my arguments. Okay.
I wouldn't say that, but okay. So,
Is it the rap music?
If that's one indicator.
Yeah. Yeah, it's rap music.
It's rap music.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Who wrote that song?
Let me give you.
Hey, what's good? So, listen, Officer Brandon Tatum, you are showing your true colors. And I'm not talking about the colors on the outside of your skin. I'm talking about you showing your true internal colors. You are obviously on the other side, on the other team. You are playing a dangerous game, brother. I can tell you that right now. You're playing a very dangerous game. I know you work for Turning Point. I know you work for Charlie Turning Point. That's no secret. Everybody knows that. But, brother, you are playing a very dangerous game. And I can assure you it's not going to turn out well for you. So what you might want to do at this point is just stand back. Stand back and wait for the facts.
Alright y'all, welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody likes the new intro. Real talk. I love it. I'm getting great feedback, so hey, why change it? Anyways, let's talk about this dude. I tried to stay away from the situation. It's a very touchy situation, and I noticed with the monetization and things like that, it can get kind of weird. But I gotta talk about it now. I really do. I think it's amazing how disrespectful we will be to our own people when conversing and having dialogue. But this same dude checked himself majorly when he spoke to Nancy Grace. Why do y'all think that is? And I've noticed that with a lot of people that are kind of, I guess I would say, viral in our community. Even Charleston, he's infamous for it. That boy will dog all of us, but will tap dance for them. Period. That dude won't hold no relationship that he has with us, like his people, how he does with, yeah. Anyways, this dude, we're going to review and react to a few clips from these people speaking about this Tate dude. Do y'all think it's fair he gets to call himself officer and he's not an officer no more? Is that impersonating an officer? Was he ever really an officer? I don't know. I've never gotten into his content. And after this, I really don't care to. I really don't. They have went back and dissected this man's history, and where it will lead you to is kind of mind-boggling. But it's not surprising. Not whatsoever. Long story short, this dude was urban something committee for, I think, Turning Point or something like that. But it goes deeper than that. And it'll let you know why some people think that this whole thing is going a whole different way. When y'all hear this woman speak and expose what it is, OMG. So, if you're here, let me know you're here. I do want to thank everyone that comments, and like when I ask y'all to do that, thanks for doing it, period. It's changing the channel, it's helping to get the message out there and all that good stuff. So let's get to the content.
What they saw who was with him last, and we have various people that have come out or come to us with the information, and one was sent in a DM honing in on one particular person that may have been in an altercation with Nolan that alluded to the fact that, and I messaged this person because I want to talk directly to the person that I saw the DM from, and we haven't talked to this person yet. But the person said in the DM to another kid that is associated, not any of the kids that I interviewed to talk to, but that could be associated to some degree, that knew Nolan, that this person wrote a message saying, me and my husband saw you arguing with Nolan, and to the effect of you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison.
That would mean that Nolan Wells was involved in an altercation that's unaccounted for, that has not really been accounted for yet. Nobody is stepping forward to speak on this altercation. We don't know when the altercation took place, how it took place. We know nothing about it. They just want to find out what happened to Nolan. We should start race hustling and stop race hustling, stop race grifting. Just look at the facts. KJ Navy and independent source put out the facts, and we're looking at the facts, and guess what? They're now upset because they feel like KJ Navy took away from their narrative, and they're feeling the rumors and they're feeling the fire. I'm sorry, bro. This is a neutral, non-biased, company. They just put out the statements of facts, and the statements of facts, yet again, point in the direction of something really bad happened to Nolan Wells.
I'm not going to do that. We reviewed this thing, and it's a nothing burger. I don't even know why the Cajun Navy put this out. There's nothing there. Maybe it gives people fodder. They can create a lie because they know you're not going to read 26 pages. But I'm going to have Grant read the synopsis because we went through.
If Tatum is supposed to be neutral and unbiased, why do Tatum react so, he reacts just so defiantly against any piece of anything that's being put out that does not perfectly fit his narrative, or narrative that, that people who think like him is putting out there. And then I saw this video, man, by this wonderful content creator called Jay Marie. And maybe, just maybe, this is the reason why Tatum is so defiant against anything that does.
Now, that's the clip we're about to get into. This woman, I don't know who she is or where she got her info or how deep in this situation she is, but she did her due diligence. She did it. I'm really, this situation angers me. I'm not going to lie. And I really try my hardest to control my energy. That's why I don't protect my energy. That's why I don't speak on it so much also. But I feel like there are a lot of plants in this situation. Even Nolan's childhood barber. Come on, man. He went from saying he was a friend of the family, gave Nolan his first haircut to defending these people, all the way to the point where saying Hollywood made Mississippi have a bad name. He didn't recognize the fact that Hollywood got these scenarios from a certain events. And then this dude had the nerve to say, oh, well, Emmett happened years ago and blah, blah, blah. Boy, that lady just came out not too long. I'm not going to say not too long ago, but she held it in all this time until her deathbed and said that he didn't do this and he didn't do that. Come on, man. And that's why this situation angers me. Anyway, let's get into the clip of why I and a lot of other people think this dude's a plant. We know he's a plant. Period. And I feel like he's here to be a disruptor, because what I feel like they're banking on is creating a whole bunch of situations around the nucleus of the problem to the point where it creates so much deception and confusion. Because once you have the confusion, you don't know which way to go. And then that'll have a hung jury or maybe no justice at all. Let's go.
Video. I want y'all to go follow J Megan. She's been on this Nolan Wells case since the beginning, and she's very great in finding details, discrepancies, lies. She's very well diverse in connecting the dots. She knows exactly how to do it. She has time for the research. She goes in depth with it. And I want you all to, and I'm gonna shorten the video, so if you really want to go see the entirety of the video, go to J Megan's page, and you can find it. But I'm gonna bring something. I'm gonna kind of make it kind of short, and then watch to the end, and it's gonna surprise you. It's gonna be a bombshell, and now we will understand why Officer Tatum is so connected to this case. It's a bombshell. It's a doozy. Watch it.
Now, wait a minute. So Warren already had a boat hooked up when he woke up that morning. I'm assuming that that had to be the Triton that was hooked up, right? Then he said that Wyatt went and put his smaller boat, the Palm Beach, into the water. Then Warren said that he was the one who drove the Palm Beach to their friend's dock. Assuming that Wyatt drove the Triton to the dock and Bart drove his own boat to that dock, who drove the Palm Beach out to the water then? Because he said that he got a ride in with Bart, even though at one point during the interview he said all of his stuff was on the Palm Beach. So it sounds to me like Warren was the one driving the Palm Beach. I'm also like, what parent would let their kid, who's obviously going off to party, take two of their boats and let their drunk friends drive? Like, it isn't making sense to me. I mean, maybe these parents are just shitty parents and irresponsible. Then he also said that he contacted Bart that morning to see if he could come, and Bart was like, yeah, I can give all your friends a ride, blah, blah, blah. According to him, there were 10-ish people, 15 people on that boat. So where were those people originally supposed to ride in on? They'd been planning it for weeks. They were excited about it. Why did Bart have to suddenly step in and take all these people? And remember, Bart said that his dad had canceled going out on the boat that day, so he could do it. Something's not adding up here. I think there was an adult somewhere in this mix. It would also explain how they all thought quickly on their feet with the sea tow. And I wouldn't be surprised if an adult didn't come out there and just go off with other adults that were also on Horn Island and let the kids hang out with the boats. Here's where things are going to get interesting, folks. There are more GPS coordinates in the report than what we have seen publicly. I'm going to play you a clip from the interview, but remember, at 5:30 is when they started picking up regular speed, all right? It's right here, 525, speed miles, 30 to 35 knots. So here we go.
Planed off and you have water in the boat and you're hauling, we're going pretty fast. We're going probably 40, 42 miles an hour. And so all that excess water that was built up in the boat is coming out of the boat. So, I mean, that's what we had to do. So we ran into Fort Bayou, and we didn't just run straight to my buddy's grandparents' house. We ran into Fort Bayou. A couple of us jumped in the water, and Wyatt, the whole reason for the stop was so Wyatt could hop in and put the plug back in the boat. So then after that, we went and docked it, and I went back to my buddy's house, and we ate and napped for a little bit. It was a long day at the island.
Now you heard him. He said that they took off going 40 miles an hour, and they didn't go to his buddy's grandparents' house, but they went to Fort Bayou to go do a plug thing. Except right here, 5:44, vessel arrives at El Camino Road. 8 minutes later, then it departs from El Camino Road and headed east into Fort Bayou. So right there we have a lie. The boat did stop before going into Fort Bayou. 6 minutes later, it comes back to El Camino Road, and the vessel departed El Camino Road half an hour later, headed southwest to St. Martin Bayou, and then turned southeast into Biloxi Bay Bridge. Then they went back to the Bayou boat launch. Then the boat was taken to Cardinal Lane, which was Wyatt's residence. Now, because I am an absolute genius, I was able to find it. This was where they left and where they came back that day. Then came back several times. Now, first off, why aren't we seeing footage of them returning that day? We know that Nolan was with them when they left. So why do they have the security cams from that morning, but not that night? Whose grandparents lived there? Jax Patalo, whose family owns a pharmacy. It goes back deeper than that because George Patalo Sr., which is Jax's great-grandfather who is deceased, as it turns out, his great-grandfather was appointed and served on the staff of Mississippi Governor Cliff Finch. As you can see, I've confirmed Jax's relation to him. And as it turns out, Cliff Finch, well, he was in the Mississippi House of Representatives from 1960 to 1964 and supported racial segregation and backed the racist governor, to preserve segregation in the state. The federal grand jury conducted a 3-year-long investigation into his administration and several state agencies, and they were all accused of corruption and mismanagement. Finch was never found guilty himself, but some of his aides and appointees were indicted. And those sort of political connections seem to trickle down through the generations, so now we know why the governor got involved. And I started looking into the lawyer that's handling the defamation case from the Bart family. So from 2015 to 2018, he was state director of Americans for Prosperity. Then in 2018 to 2020, he was vice president of Stand Together while being vice president of Americans for Prosperity. Stand Together is a Charles Koch nonprofit, and Americans for Prosperity is a libertarian conservative political advocacy group affiliated with Charles Koch and David Koch. And if you don't know who the Koch brothers are, they're fucking evil. Guess who's one of the major funders for Turning Point USA? Major donors for the Koch brothers also are primary financial pillars for Turning Point USA, specifically their campus operations. And guess who used to serve as the director of urban engagement?
Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. I'm gonna tell y'all something though. What Brandon Tatum doesn't know is these people know that he's bought out or persuaded, allegedly, to change on his people by creating a narrative. They know he holds no loyalty to his own, so he won't hold it to them if the pressure comes. They will handle that man worse than one of their own. Period. Stand together. Come on, man. Who are they talking about standing together? The great-great-grandparents, I want to say, allegedly supported segregation. Come on. With this thing happening, if it happens how it should happen and people are held accountable, it affects lineages. It affects families. It affects the bloodline. It affects the future. These people are tied in deeply. They're deep rooted in their community. They control a lot. What? I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be cool. That's why I don't get into this stuff. Yeah. If you're still here, let me know your thoughts. Say I'm still here. Let me know where you're tapping in from. Let me know what you think about the new intro. I'm out. Peace.